my name is Kelly Huta. I'm the chief instructor and owner of Chandler Martial Arts. I've been the chief instructor for, about 8 or 9 years now. I've been a part of this community for well over 20. This is it's a privilege to be here and to continue the legacy of my teacher and my mentor, Sensei Marlon Moore. Oh my goodness, I think I've known him since he was 7 years old. So it's just such a privilege to be in a position where you get to see someone grow up in karate, developing from, a awkward mover to an elite athlete. It's just a privilege to watch. He is an amazing leader, and we are so fortunate to have him as, basically the face and the head of our elite athlete program here at Chandler. He's a great teacher. He leads a couple different classes, and it's amazing when he is on the mat how the students respond so differently to him. They have such a respect for what he's accomplished and what he's doing, his goals and his motivation. So they do seem to sit a little bit different when they're in his classes. One of the things that's probably the most unique about Joshua is his ability to connect with the other students, and it doesn't matter what level that they are currently performing at. He meets them on their level, and he meets them without any type of shaming or awkwardness. And I think that's what they respond to. They see him as someone who understands them and is in their corner wanting them to succeed. And that ability to give of himself is just makes him a very special teacher. Leaders like Joshua, when they're accomplished in one area of their life, they're often accomplished in so many other areas of their lives. And true to form, Joshua is very accomplished both in his academics as well as his ability to teach and his ability to in the community. He is active in so many different areas, and he has accomplished and has so much respect. He is extremely talented, even inside of agriculture. So he has achieved some of the few times he's been acknowledged and honored for what he's contributed in farming and agriculture. It's not the first time that he's going abroad with Team USA, but it is his first time where he's getting to go to Brazil. So he is on the U.S. team as far as being part of the U21 efforts, and he's going with the senior team, although it is technically still a junior event, and he will be competing on behalf of the U.S., representing the U.S. in Brazil. So we're really proud of him and really excited for what he's accomplished. So many times athletes fund themselves to get to these different events, and it's sometimes hard to even be a part of the team or to be able to help or contribute in some way. And this is a neat opportunity. We have less than a month to get him to Brazil, so the whole community is coming together to support him and to help fund him for this very quick turnaround. Usually we have a few months to prepare. In this situation, we only have a few weeks, and it's pretty exciting that he qualified and that he's getting to go, and that we're able to get these different fun events like the 50-50 raffle, and our foundation is supporting him, and we're raising money for him. So now we get to participate, so we get to see our athlete out of Arizona representing the U.S. and know that we came together inside Arizona to make that happen. It's kind of a neat privilege to be part of the story.
During karate class, he helps coach and help teach, and then during kata class, he helps teach and help refine the kata moves. He helps me refine on kata. He's been my coach at U.S. Open.
I know him since last year and this year. He's a very good person. He helps you teach them the dojo, and he likes to help a lot of people with karate, and if they struggle, he can help you. When I'm get tired, he makes me laugh, and then I get I get energy back up, and then yeah. Yes, because when I lose, I get sad. So then he comes up to me and talks to me like, "You're doing great, and also you're doing better than last time." He make class fun. When I do it, it's really fun. He makes it super fun. I just like it.
I'm here in Chandler Martial Arts Center located in Alma School in Warner, and today I get a chance to meet a young man, Joshua Corbin. So I have been training here for many years, and he's been qualified as to represent Team USA in Brazil for the international stage. So welcome, Josh. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Joshua Corbin. I turned 20 this May. I've been training here, as she said, for a long time, about 12 to 13 years now, since I was like 6. But with those 12 to 13 years, I've been competing for about 10, 11 of those years. So I've
Okay.
known competition kind of my whole life. I would say it's definitely been way more beneficial to do competition, get me out there. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you decide to join the competitions? Because, you know, I have my son coming here and he doesn't want to join competition.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say I think competition is just a great way to use your skills, like, and actually experiment with them. I think it's a way more fun too. Sometimes it's like school. You do the same thing over and over, you get bored of it. But if you start like making experiments, kind of like science, you start doing projects, it's actually cool. So I think you can think of competition as a project.
Okay.
It's something you can build on forever.
So it's kind of like a challenge.
Yeah, it's a
because
challenge.
yeah, it's like it's not only the competition, the award, the trophy, but it's also a journey to strengthen your mind. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing about karate is not even about the punches or the blocks. I think it's about building yourself up. And I think that's why I love karate so much. And why
okay.
karate is always constant.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see the passions that you have bring back to the community, and I can see when you teach and
Thank
you
you,
know
thank you.
help the kids to get better. But take me back to the journey when you begin. So when you were 6 years old, is it because your mom just make you go here, or how does that start?
So it's funny, our old sensei Marlin, he started Wado, and my older siblings used to train with him when he was in a school before this place was even built. And so we've always known him. My older siblings did it, so they're like, okay, you know what? I'm allergic to all grass and I have asthma, so I
Yeah.
want to do a sport. This is indoors, so it's
Yeah.
perfect for everyone.
That's awesome.
So I just started here, and then just always stuck with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you not only started here by yourself, but also your siblings also
I had
started
older
here.
siblings. They did it for a little bit, but not as long as me.
Yeah, yeah. Because you see the challenge and you set
Yes.
yourself up for the higher standards. So I think
Yes.
that's why you stick on it so long.
Correct,
Yeah.
yeah.
So when did you start competing?
Around 8 or 9.
Oh, wow. That's very young.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does it feel like for your first competitions? Because it must be
Ooh.
really nervous, right?
I think the first 2 years of competitions are the most nervous, because that's when you're just a little kid and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, look at all these people staring at me, and you're like, I don't want to mess up.
Yeah.
But yeah. But the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. But yeah. So
Yeah.
I think they're way nervous at the beginning.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So now if
Different
you
now.
see the young kids that come into the competition, you kind of know what going
Oh,
through
I know what
them.
they're thinking. So
Going through their
yeah.
mind and then what their fear for and you know I think also the confidence as well.
Yes, the confidence
Yeah.
booster. I used to be the quietest kid.
Oh really?
Like, I would never be able to have this conversation right now.
Wow.
But I've been doing karate for so long, and I've had to talk to people.
Yes.
And so it's built up confidence.
Yeah.
you know,
So I
everything.
know that it takes a lot for you to get through the training, you know, the
Yes.
everything to win the qualify to go to Team USA. For the people who doesn't know how much work you have to put in it, can you kind of explain a little bit
So-
about that process?
Correct. In competition, there's 5 levels, I believe. There's beginner, novice, intermediate, advanced, and then there's elite.
Oh, okay.
And I was always advanced and elite forever when I was a kid, because I was never winning first. I was taking third or nothing at all, like, every single time. So that was like a constant, I want to be better, but it also was like a, dang, I'm always getting third, when am I going to win? So then I finally started winning after 2020. I won my first Arizona tournament
Okay.
in years. I think the first gold I took was in 2016, and then I didn't win gold until 21.
Okay.
So it's hard there. And then, so once I got to that, I started winning consistently in
Okay.
Arizona. And so I was like, okay, maybe I'll try elite. And that's for the national team. And that happens every year at nationals.
Yeah.
And for juniors, it's every nationals. And the top 4 are on the team, but only top 1 and 2 get to go to represent Team USA at the tournaments in Brazil, for example. And every other year, it's worlds. So it's really hard to get to that elite travel team for
Yeah.
USA.
So it's a lot of training to just get
So
to
much
that
training,
level.
yes.
And then not only that, you've been training for many years and you just don't know where it's going to take you.
Correct.
So can you explain a little bit what going through the elite mindset?
it's just
Because it's
a
an
lot of work.
uncertainty, right?
It's always uncertain.
Yeah.
You go. So I've worked with some mental strength coaches, which is very essential once you get to the elite because there's only so much skill it can take you in
Yep.
really any sport. But really it's mental. So like, for example, you'll go into a tournament with a game plan. Sometimes it won't happen. Sometimes it won't happen as the way. But you just go back to training and you fix it. You just build on everything.
Yeah.
So
And that's just life, right? Sometimes
Correct.
it doesn't happen the way we plan it.
Never.
But how can we navigate through, adapt, and reestablish
Yes.
as well? So before you get onto the mat, is there anything going through your mind then?
yeah, it's really just go in, do what I do, trust the process.
Yep, perfect. Yeah. So, you know what? After like you go through so many competition, is there anything that stay with you?
I think the biggest moments I've had with my competition so far was the first time. So I'm a very humble person with my skill level in karate. So this one year I got to know a bunch of these people on team, and I took third that year. So I was kind of on team, and I was like, oh dang it, I wanted to be two. Anyways, so I got called up to the team for Team Kumite, and I did amazing. I won my 2 fights in both semifinals and finals, and I think that was the best feeling because I ended up scoring an Ippon, which is the highest score you can get in karate. I scored it on someone who is basically untouchable in the U.S.
Wow.
And the support from that team was just amazing.
Yeah.
So that's definitely my favorite memory.
Yeah.
And then another memory is just when I was in Cancun, this in 24, I believe. I took 5th, but just hanging out with all my friends that I don't see on a daily basis.
Oh, okay.
Just hanging out with them on the beach and just at the tournament getting riled up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
You mentioned something that stuck with me throughout when you were saying that the support that you
Yes.
have. So I think when you go there, the support. But what about here? Like, can you tell me a little bit about the support system that you have here in this community?
I would say the biggest support here, this dojo is a family to me. Like I said, I've been here for so long. It's
Yeah.
kind of just become my second home.
Yes.
And so all the kids I teach look up to me. Yeah, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm sure you win those tournaments. It's not by luck. It's
No.
by
Never luck.
it's never luck. Maybe like 1%
Yeah,
of luck.
1% luck, but really it's all down to hard work.
The skill, the
Always.
practice, show up every day. What does it mean for you to represent Team USA in Brazil this time?
This is the biggest honor I could have had so far. I've always, for the past 4 years, I've come up short. I've always come third. I've never been able to actually travel with the team to Brazil
Yeah.
or to Pan American Championships at all. So this is like the biggest honor I could have right now.
That's
And,
awesome.
yeah.
I know you're very humble, but I want to ask you about the Starbucks right there. What does
Correct.
that mean?
I am a official Starbucks elite athlete, so I am sponsored by Starbucks, and it's quite amazing.
Very
Yeah.
nice. And I know the corporate people, they don't
Yeah.
just sponsor for sponsor.
They don't just sponsor anyone,
Yeah,
no.
they have to see the potential in you and the skill set and all the character you represent for them to sponsor.
Yeah.
So that's really nice.
It's pretty cool.
So if the community listening to this and they want to support you, how can we support you?
Contacting Kelly Huta at Chandler Martial Arts, or we're actually hosting a 50-50 raffle right now. And though half the proceeds will obviously go to the winner, but then the other half will go directly to me to help me get to Brazil. And that is the main goal. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what you heard is what commitment look like. Keep showing up, keep pushing, keep chasing for things at the higher level. Not only just, you know, the skill set, but it's also the mindset, the disciplines, everything. But beside that, it's also the support, the community
Yes.
that provide, you know, the strength for you to keep going. So when you listen to this, if this is something that connects with you, you can be part of it. You can support him, get him to Brazil, because that's one thing that the elite need to worry about is the finance for the trip. And this is not just only the trip, it's a responsibility
Yes.
because you're representing for Team USA. So let's support Josh and get him to Brazil and bring back the trophy.